So, tonight, Yvonne witnessed Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Gay Revenge. Let's see. Gay moments, I was keeping track. Yvonne seemed to react 4 times to moments in the movie that seemed a little bit over the top. I had 6 moments. I was like, that's really gay. When he's not lip syncing, but he's dancing with the weird glasses, that's gay.
I don't know about gay, but
Between using his butt to close the drawer.
It's not gay. That doesn't make it
gay.
Repeated
butt bounces? I never did repeated butt bounces to close a drawer in my room. Ever. I don't care if nobody was watching or not. Repeated butt bounces? That
doesn't make it gay.
And it's there's nothing wrong with being gay. Nothing. I want to make it clear.
Right.
This movie really, really ramps it up. And it's supposed to be a horror movie, and it's not really a horror movie. Freddy's kind of an afterthought because of all the gay, and then the WTF moments. Yvonne had 6, I had 5. I wrote down the bird.
That was stupid.
And I remembered when the movie started. It's like PTSD. I'd forgotten all this stuff, and as soon as the movie started, I'm like, oh my god, the bird explodes. Oh, Yvonne gets to see the bird explode.
But see, it wasn't really explode. It was more burst into flames.
Yeah, but then there's like feathers.
Right.
Even though it's on fire.
Right.
So there's just feathers fall off as soon as it lights on fire. And then the dad says it was a cherry bomb. That is the best line ever. The dad decides
that makes perfect sense.
That he roofied a cherry bomb into the bird that made it kill the other bird before it lit on fire.
Right.
Because cherry bombs light things on fire from the inside.
It was the friction of its wings. And remember, there was gas.
But it killed the other bird.
And, right.
So, and then the toaster. Yeah. Dad in this show is the stupidest dad in the history of dads in any movie. I don't care if it's a horror movie or not. The toaster lit on fire while it wasn't plugged in. And the dad's still like, nothing wrong with this house.
Weird.
We got a good deal on this house. I like this house. Yeah, birds light on fire. And the toaster lights on fire. When did Freddy become a poltergeist? That's the question that this movie asks and doesn't answer. And then I got confused towards the end. So Freddy's in nightmares, but he can become real because he's through Jesse. But, like, he'll disappear. So is he Jesse? Can Jesse disappear? Because he appears at the party and he comes up through the manhole that's not there as soon as you take the next shot. It's like, I'm through a manhole. Now I'm at the pool. And then, like, he disappears when he jumps through the glass. Did Jesse disappear? Because that's where I'm like, okay, this, even within its own movie, the logic is gone. And then the power plant, which was also a grain elevator, or it was something else. Yeah. But yeah, I never noticed as a kid. As a kid, I just took, yeah, all right, it's a power plant. But now looking at it, I'm like, no, power plant.
No.
There's nothing powerful in that. And then there was the weird fridge with the rat family in it.
So, growing up in a family that my stepdad actually worked in a power plant, they don't look like power plants unless you're in the part where they have the fire.
Right.
So there were parts that look like it could be in a power plant. Except for, when you see the building from the outside, that part, that's where it was a grain elevator.
That was weird.
It was.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
That was really stupid.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
Like a 2. That was really dumb.
I can't disagree with a 2.
That was really stupid.
She made it happen. I was going to go to 3. I was going to forget to exist, because I often forget to exist, because it has nothing to do with the other movies.
It was
nothing.
Like,
it's like Nancy kept a diary
like
when?
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, but it had Poltergeist in it too.
Sandworms could have come. Beetlejuice. Sandworms and, just weird stuff happening.
So if you took Freddy out of this movie and you put Michael Keaton in it, you'd have a better movie?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Be a lot of computer work now to make that happen. Okay, so it's not going to happen. Would you ever want to watch that again?
Not really.
Yeah. See, I've watched that movie.
Dogs.
The Face Dogs.
That was stupid.
The Face Dogs. So So Lisa gets spoilers. Like anybody cares. Lisa gets to the power plant. Well, the exploding bird is even if you haven't seen the movie, the exploding bird is still what happened. So she gets to the power plant where Freddy teleported because she knew he'd teleport there.
Right.
But it's still Jesse in there.
No, because remember he has connection.
But she doesn't have that connection. No. So she gets there, and there's these like Hounds of Hell Cerberus things, but they're this really badly animatronic or.
No, I don't think it was even animatronic. It looked like Rottweilers with a mask on their face, but they couldn't move. They could only move their head.
They looked upset.
It was because they had those ugly masks on their face.
They looked sad.
Probably pretty dogs.
And again, as a little, well, not a little kid, but as 12, 13 years of age when I saw this, I didn't think anything of it. But now I feel sad for the dogs.
No, poor dogs that wear ugly masks.
So,
again, it's like Harry Potter is the Transfiguration curse. It just went wrong.
I just pictured Bart.
Wasn't very clever.
I just pictured Bart Simpson doing the be a prince guy, and the frog just starts puking everywhere. Please kill me. I just picture he did that with dogs. Trying to turn them into princes. And that's what you get. So, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Gay Revenge.
Okay.
Oh my god, it was so gay.
Like, the PE teacher was gay.
And the way he died was extremely gay.
It was stupid.
Did you know you can die from a scratch? Because in this movie, people die from being scratched.
There were a lot of people that died from scratches. He was gay, and there was a super gay bar, but
you don't think that Grady and the boy there might have spent too much time together doing push-ups?
No,
I never saw them do more than one push-up when they were
they were doing planks. They weren't doing. No, that's why he said assume the position. It's planks.
The look on your face when the coach said assume the position. Pardon? Because I told you that the guy was gay, and they had mentioned he was gay in a scene. Assume the position. Oh, this movie's taking a darker turn. I could just see the horror. That was the only time you looked scared. The rest of the movie isn't even scary. No. I think that was the worst sin of Elm Street 2. It's not scary. It's just stupid.
No. There was one jump scare in it, though. One.
But the jump scare only worked because I hit the wrong button on the remote and I skipped scenes. When we watched it all the way through, it's not scary anymore. You don't jump. Because there's the stupid part with the normal rat that turns into a monster rat that gets eaten by a monster cat.
And
it's like Dr. Zeus. Dr. Zeus invades for 2 seconds. There's a monster rat eaten by a monster cat.
But you could see it totally normal. It's just a regular rat. And then all of a sudden, wait,
it was like something out of Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why I started laughing, because that was just ridiculous.
It was a bad Jim Henson moment, is what that was. The rat should have started singing "Mana do 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 Mana." That was just that was bad. And the acting.
Oh, the acting was just atrocious.
I think the acting was stellar by Jessie and not Meryl Streep. I always called her not Meryl Streep as a kid. I still refer to her as not Meryl Streep now. I don't know what her real name is, and I don't care. Because she looks like Meryl Streep, but she's not Meryl Streep. Did you see the resemblance?
I did. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. She's not Meryl Streep.
Right.
Meryl Streep is Meryl Streep. This is not Meryl Streep.
Oh, wow. You sound so clever when you talk like that.
It's my aristocratic brain. Yep. All in my noodle.
Oh, Shannon.
So, yeah. Next up, I will get her to watch Dream Warriors, which is the good one. It's like, you get through Freddy's Gay Revenge, and then you get to Dream Warriors, and you're like, oh, we're home. We're back with Nancy and Freddy, and we forget part 2 happened.
That was really weird with the bar scene, the gay trans bar. What was the point of that? Like, why?
It was because the coach has a case of the gays. This was the 80s. You weren't allowed to be gay. If you're gay in an 80s movie, it means either you're evil or you're really feminine and you're mocked. That's all there was for gay characters in the 80s.
I know that, but that
he was evil.
Really weird. And then after that, the leather with the rivets or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, rivets mean you're gay.
Well, clearly.
It was before Rammstein took it. It was before anybody...
before goth.
It was before anybody figured out that Judas Priest, the lead singer, was actually gay. Nobody had a clue in the 80s. I didn't know a clue in the 80s. I had no idea. And then when he mentioned it, I went...
when people didn't know that Elton John...
and then when he came out, I'm like, oh, wow, I've been really stupid. Yeah, that's really clearly gay outfits he's been wearing. I don't know what I was looking at. But, yeah. But Judas Priest, awesome. Legends. Anyways, so Elm Street 3 will be next. Dream Warriors. It will erase the memory of this horrible awfulness.
No.
And Elm Street 3, Freddy's makeup was off in part 2.
Beetlejuice.
Freddy's makeup in part 2 was bad.
Yeah, it changed every scene.
And I gotta say, watching it on Blu-ray, the makeup is startlingly bad.
Yeah, that was really bad.
It's bad. Which is sad, because the first one, which was made on a much smaller budget, his makeup is fantastic. I almost said sublime. Part 3...
Because you really like Sublime.
Shh. Zip it. Part 3...
We saw him in concert.
Yeah, for 8 hours.
He was so excited.
Hated it. It was awful. Bloody ska music. I honestly think the ska music was scarier than part 2 of Elm Street.
Whatever.
No, it was scary. Because it never ended.
It too?
No, I swear I'm still there in my brain. I'm having flashbacks to it.
Because
That's my
it was
Vietnam.
So awesome?
That's my Vietnam.
It's like you're Zen.
It's my not Zen. That's my not Zen moment. It's Zenless. It's Zenless and endless.
I have some ska CDs.
No.
Don't you worry.
No.
I've got a few.
I'll put on Evil Dead.
Okay, we'll listen to Save Ferris while you're watching Evil Dead.
No, while we're watching Evil Dead.
With the soundtrack.
I haven't got her to watch Evil Dead because I want her to stay with me. So I haven't got her to watch the original Evil Dead movie because that's pretty.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I really don't think I'm ever. Nah, probably not. The Elm Streets though, they're not even. That wasn't scary. The soundtrack was awful. That was really bad music, and all they basically have is just that beady 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 noise, and there's no. The original Elm Street music is just gone, and it's replaced by ding 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 ding, and it's like what? I don't with pianos or just clanging of bells or I don't what the hell was that? It's just it's like stop it. Stop. It doesn't have to be every 3 bloody seconds. Stop making that noise. Somebody stumbled upon it and the Foley guy said, "Oh, this is great." And the Foley guy really nailed the sound of Dad's head hitting plastic over the oven.
Well, did you see how he hit it too? He just kind of like
yeah.
And then left his head there for a second.
And then it makes this really loud clanging noise. It's like, no, that's plastic. No. It's funny when Foley gets it wrong. And for those people who don't, some people don't know, because I didn't know until a few years ago, Foley, they're the guys who, after the movie's been made, they watch it, and with the audio, they add the sound effects. So for punching, kicking, sometimes screaming, whatever, they'll add sound effects. The Wilhelm scream probably gets added during that process. You gotta have a Wilhelm scream in movies these days.
I don't think they had it in this
They didn't have it in this one.
They had a girl screaming every time that boy screamed, though.
Jesse screams like a girl.
Yeah.
And he stomps up the stairs.
Like Gabriel.
Like your boy. Yes. Yes.
Worst day ever.
He should have said that totally. After he kills Grady, he should be like, worst day ever. I killed my best friend, worst day ever. And they're friends for no reason.
I know.
It's like, I don't like you. Oh, Grady, can I stay with you tonight? No.
It's because they'd rolled around.
They did the plank. When you've planked with another dude.
They had a bond.
They bond over planking.
Yeah.
You want to bond over planking? Anyways, so there you go. Elm Street 2. Avoid it at all costs. If you watch it after this review, that's on you. Yeah. So, the gay one. Freddy's Gay Revenge. It is, though.
It's not.
He doesn't like Lisa. He doesn't even kiss Lisa until Freddy's been inside him a couple of times. He's trying to get inside me. He's inside me. How many times does Jesse say, he's inside me?
That was so weird.
Because until then, we hadn't seen Freddy emerge from him. So how's he inside him?
In his head. He's in his head.
That's not the way he was putting it. He's inside me.
I know.
You could just have that free. That'd be a great ringtone.
Friend.
He's inside me. That would get people to turn. What the hell? Shanna, is that your ringtone? Yeah, it's Freddy's Revenge. He's inside me. Oh, stupid ringtone.
And then his friend. Well, the only person wanting to get inside you is her.
Yeah. Wait, is back at the boathouse. And his girlfriend wanted to get inside him.
That's not how that. Well, they're in high school.
Little 5-finger death punch for that, huh? Sock puppet. But how you doing? Anyways. I'm intentionally making that as vague as possible. So.
That's vague, okay.
Yeah, it is. Stealthy like a ninja. Yeah, it is.
Oh, Shannon.
You married me. Anyways. Elm Street 2. Freddy's Gay Revenge. 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
2. It's part 2 and it's worth 2. Part 3 is a big fat 10. It's a Ty Dillinger of Elm Street movies.
2. What does that even mean?
It's worth 2 gay remarks out of 10. But Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is worth 10 Dawkins out of 10. And 10 Dawkins kick ass.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that after we watch that.
All right.
Good night, all.